Judy from Witchpeace Craft. Today's video is about my week. Not a lot happening, still pretty busy with work. Didn't do a lot of crafting, didn't really do a lot of anything. However, today is Sunday the 26th of April and yesterday the 25th of April was Anzac Day. What is Anzac Day, you ask? Anzac Day is when we commemorate the landing of the Australian and New Zealand forces at Gallipoli in 1915. It's an annual commemoration we do every year, and this year it was a little different. It was quite disappointing because all the dawn services, because that's when we have the service at the break of dawn, and the marches and all that had to be cancelled due to COVID-19 and social distancing. A lot of our veterans were disappointed they didn't get to march, and it sort of gets to you a bit that they can't, feel honoured on their special day. But nationally there was a call out to do a driveway dawn service, which meant I got up at 4:30 with my son. We set up at the end of our driveway. You could decorate your driveway with whatever Anzac Day memorabilia you had and light a candle. So I made these poppies and I had a candle hanging off my wall. This poppy at the top represents my husband's grandfather Fred, who was at Gallipoli. This poppy was for my dad, who served in Italy, and the other four were for Vietnam veterans who I knew that passed away since last year's Anzac Day. And that's what I made and had hanging with a candle. I've now decided that I may make that grow, and you never know, by a number of years' time I may have a poppy waterfall hanging off the front wall of my house. So that's what we did. We got up at 4:30, we set up, we had the dawn service from the Australian War Memorial on my iPad, and we listened to that, and we watched the sunrise while we were watching that. Unfortunately, no one else in our street, and it's only a small cul-de-sac, did do it, but there were other people in the suburb that did it. We heard a guy play the last post on his bugle somewhere in our suburb, which was really nice. My hubby wandered out in time for the last post, the ode, the prayer and the national anthem. It was funny, just as the last notes of the national anthem were being played and sung, the kookaburras in my backyard went ballistic. The noise was deafening. It was kind of cute, really. It was really nice and touching. It was dawn. It was beautiful. It was special and a little different than going to a dawn service at an epitaph or memorial. So that's what we did, and then we came in and had breakfast. And that afternoon, because I always do, I made traditional Anzac Day biscuits. Ta-da! They're oats, plain flour, golden syrup. I will put a link to a traditional Anzac Day biscuit in the description below if you want to try. If you're looking for something different to bake while you're in isolation, give these a go. They're really yummy. Now they should be really thin and crispy and a bit smaller, but I have big people in this house who like them a bit thicker and a bit bigger because, they don't want to eat too many small biscuits. They want bigger biscuits. Now I did do a small video of me making these biscuits. It's not professional. It's not like a cooking show. I have to review it. I may link it at the end of this video if it passes the review test, because now there is a big thing about copyright to Anzac Day, and I have to make sure I didn't breach the copyright. So if it's the end of this video, it's okay. If it's not, it wasn't okay. I'm just going to make sure of what I said. So the other thing I made, and I don't normally make a poppy tea cozy, but I did. I usually do this for Remembrance Day in November for my parents' wedding anniversary and Remembrance Day. But this is the modern granny tea cozy, which I've really taken to because I put poppies in the centre of the squares. I made that one. And because I haven't made a little tea cozy for the single pot, I made this one. This is Jacob's Ladder I did in crochet, and I put a poppy on top. I use Premier Yarn Everyday DK yarn. I think this is some 4-weight yarn I had left over, eyelash yarn in the middle. I don't know if you can see the eyelashes of the poppy. But yeah, they were my two tea cozies. With the poppies and the tea cozies, that's all the crafting I did this week. I certainly am lacking Crojo and knitting mojo. I don't know why. I've got plenty of time. I have spent some time in my garden because April is new beginnings. I've been planting seedlings and seeds and preparing garden beds, and I've really enjoyed that. That's been a little different. And I do enjoy baking cookies and biscuits and slices. So I did join the Secret Yarnery recipe swap. So yeah, I've had a few in, but guys, if you have some cookie recipes, biscuit recipes, slice recipes you want to share the links to, please leave them in the comments below. I wouldn't mind giving those a go. I think I became inspired after watching Bod Squad with Crystal. She was making haystacks. I had never heard of haystacks, and I was fascinated, and I'm going to give them a go once I can get my hands on some chow mein noodles, which I tried Friday, but apparently they're really popular here. They're sold out everywhere, these chow mein noodle things. So once I get those, I'm going to have a go at making haystacks because I'd never heard of them. The guys in my house will eat any baked goods. Matthew, my son, loves baked goods. And it was really nice that he got up and did the dawn service with me because I didn't expect him to. And it was really nice to see the posts from my son in London because it is kind of special to us with Fred and my dad. So yeah, there you have it. That's about it for the week. Hopefully next week my Premier Yarn order will arrive, which is for my 100-day project. I can't wait to get started on that, and I'll share that with you if the yarn arrives. It is a little late coming. Nothing like the parcels going to the UK. They are taking forever. I think they go by slow carrier pigeon riding on a raft because my son still hasn't received his parcel. I did send one lot of random act of kindness happy mail out to someone who I thought could use a little cheering up. And that was pretty much my yarn adventures for the week. I didn't really do a lot more than that. So guys, until next time, make sure you take care of each other. Make sure you keep that social distancing going. It is important. And make sure you have one crafty day, because I do try. Oops, I've made it fall now. But yeah. And if you want a link to poppy patterns, there is some on YouTube, but the ones I use is there's a group of people in Australia when they started doing poppies for the Australian War Memorial called 5,000 Poppies, and there is knitted and crochet patterns. So I'll put a link to their poppies there if you want to make poppies for your Veterans Day or Memorial Day, whenever you sort of commemorate those. Okay, I will see you next week. Bye for now.